day 10 of the Bitchin' Bowl Challenge, and we are making a Macadamia Crusted Halibut Bitchin' Bowl with our cilantro chili. Now I'm gonna go into all of the aspects of this bowl. It's gonna be very fun. This is not a, ooh, you're gonna just whip it together so fast. This is a nice chop and relax and enjoy your champagne kind of bowl night. But it's also where I get to finally show you the rice dish that gave me redemption. I'm gonna show you that right now. What is this lovely thing? A baking dish? Hallelujah, finally. We're making rice in a baking dish. So this actually is an homage or an homage to my personal chef days. And I was just so incredibly delighted to find a rice dish that I didn't butcher. What it starts with is a long grain rice, beautiful. I've added some garlic to it already. And then what we do is saute some fun things together. This is, I don't know, it's a tropical rice dish. It's made with coconut milk, which is so cool. Normally you would put some raisins in it, but raisins are controversial in my family. And also I couldn't find them. So, I mean, that's how controversial they are. They probably got hidden. So right now what I'm doing is I'm adding some julienne carrots, some scallions, and then some minced ginger. I'm doing this order on purpose because this is basically how things caramelize. And then I'm going to add a little bit of butter. Do you guys know about butter crocks? Butter crocks are great. I love this kind. It has like a water well and it makes your butter not go rancid. Pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to add just a wee bit of butter to that. Let it saute a little bit. I'm gonna add it to my rice, and then I'm gonna add the next things. Okay, while that is going, I'm going to do a quick check-in on the rest of the contributions to this dish, and then I'm gonna do a quick little vital stat check-in. So we have our rice, Caribbean rice, coconut rice. We're gonna do some Caribbean beans. I'm using black beans today. And then we're going to do a mango salsa on top of the fish. It's going to be really delicious. I'm gonna start chopping some of the onion for that. You need to use a red onion for that. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna talk about just the numbers, baby. So day 10, I'm at 143. I mean, that's fun. And you may ask yourself, why are you talking numbers? We already established that this was not a overweight situation where I needed to go on a big old diet and to drop poundage. But numbers are fun. They make sense to me. They're very universal. I remember when Luke taught me the Nashville number system with chords, and I was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. I like numbers. The other thing is that I have realized over the course of 15 years of basically like wrecking ball swaying from postpartum, having a big old baby. It's like, these are 70-pound swings. These are big. I'm not really that concerned about the numbers, but what I've noticed is that anytime that I get down a little bit and I'm more trim, I have an insane amount of energy. And that to me is extremely sexy. So that is why we're talking numbers. Okie doke. So part of the red onion is gonna go into my mango salsa, and then part of it I threw into my bean pot, which I'm sauteing that right now. And that goes the same for the bell pepper, which part of it is going to go into the mango salsa, and part of it is going to go into the beans. This mango salsa is very special to me. It is one of the, quintessential dishes that I associate with my mom. She just always makes this with fish tacos, and she's really good at delegating. So most of the time it's like, oh, we're gonna belly up to the bar, everyone grab a knife, grab a cutting board, it's time to do some chopping. Plus everything is so finely diced, like you really need a crew to do this. But today you guys just get me. and I'm chopping away for you. We're gonna add this bell pepper. I'm gonna add some jalapeno, and then I'm going to also add cilantro and lime. It's so fresh, it's so delicious. And if you just give it, it's like kind of better the next day. If you give it some time to percolate, it gets extra bitchin'. Okay, I've been chopping, and you can see I have my jalapeno, I've got some lime I'm gonna add to the mango salsa. I can smell the Caribbean rice, island rice, coconut rice getting perfectly sauteed, and it's time to add them to the rice. So you're not going for a full cook, you just do a little bit like that. And we're going to add it to the rice. You kind of just sprinkle it on top, all over. You don't need to do like a big mix-in or anything. You sprinkle it on top. And if you have raisins and you love raisins, you should do that. Like I said, raisins are controversial. I think there's some people who like an oatmeal raisin cookie, and there's some people who are like, I don't know about that. All right, so we have that part added. The next thing we do is we add coconut milk. And you just pour it right over. And this is what I love about this particular dish, aside from it totally redeeming me, saving my life as a rice maker. It's just so easy. Coconut milk and then equal part water, and then you cover it in foil and pop it in the oven for about 45 minutes. And then when it comes out, everyone thinks you're amazing. Okay, while the rice is doing its thing and being perfect, we're moving on to bean things, which is the onions and garlic have been simmering already, and they're looking fine. And I'm going to add the rest of this pepper. I do like how this meal utilizes kind of the same things in multiple usages, so you're not wasting anything. And there's some chop efficiency there. Okay, peppers are in. We're going, hello. We're going to add some cumin, some oregano, some red wine vinegar, but I don't think I should add it yet. I'm gonna add it later. I feel like it'll burn if I do it right now. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna put salt in instead right now. I'm gonna let this keep going for a little bit, and then I'm gonna add the beans, and then I'm gonna add the red wine vinegar just to make it pop. It's gonna be perfect. So Star, why are you using macadamia nuts? Why wouldn't you use almonds? Because macadamia nuts are delicious. And I'm saving that California Gold for my trout almondine. I'm chopping these macadamia nuts. You know, the first time I had this, it was a roommate, and it was actually like early days of sauce, and he was like, I'm making this macadamia crusted fish. And I think that everyone was like, whoa, that's pretty darn fancy. And then I learned about more applications when I was an apprentice as a personal chef. And ultimately, I never got the recipe for either one. So when I decided to make this for my kiddos, I was like, I think that they'll like this. I think they'll be pretty stoked. But I don't know how to make it. I kind of just whipped out what I thought would be good. So what we're doing right now is we're making the whip out recipe, which is basically gonna be half and half of macadamia nuts chopped so nicely. I told you this is a chopping video. And then we're gonna have panko. Panko is very important, nice and crispy. And then what we do is we're going to coat the fish. Oh, the fish, you guys. We have a fresh halibut. It's Christmas, man. This is a great time. Like anytime you get a little gift like that, you just have to be so thankful. I'm very excited about it. We have fresh halibut to use, and we're going to coat it with a miso and mustard and honey. And then we're going to dip it into this nice crunchy goodness. We're gonna bake it, which makes things super easy. And then we're gonna plate it. And it's gonna be so great. And the kids are gonna eat all of it. And that makes me really happy. I'm also gonna eat all of it. It's gonna be delicious. So I'll keep chopping away, and I'll bring you back when it's time to do some coating and plating. So in hindsight, maybe a food processor would have been better. But I chopped all those macadamias, and I added my panko, and I added some chives. I added chives because sometimes I feel weird about putting parsley and cilantro together. Maybe it's great, maybe it's genius. I feel like I just gave myself my own challenge to put them together and make it perfect. Okay, let's get down to the fish. I have some melted butter. I'm going to add this beautiful miso. This is a sweet white miso, and I'll mix it in there a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of honey, just a little bit. And I'm going to add some Dijon mustard. And I'm gonna whip this up, and then I'm gonna coat the fish. Got this beautiful halibut. I'm very excited about this, and I've got my slathery stuff. This might get a little bit messy, so I guess apologies in advance. But all of this is just going on to coat the fish. This miso goodness. I'm slathering it on too, because we need to get the panko and the macadamia to stick. Fingers are going in. I've got my halibut nicely coated with the miso Dijon glaze. I'm going to dip it into the panko and macadamia nut. It looks beautiful. I'm going to do that with the rest of these. And then I'm going to put it onto a sheet pan and pop her in the oven. And we're just going to let it get perfectly roasty toasty cooked. Wow. The fish is almost ready. We're going to get started on assembly. The great reveal. Oh my gosh, did she do it? This rice is not soggy, it's just perfect, it's fluffy. Even I can cook rice. Okay, rice, we have our beans that are going down right on top. This already looks scrumptious. I've got my nice half and half bean to rice ratio. Mango salsa, that's gonna go on later, but I forgot to add this bit. This is the one thing that I do that's a little different than my mother's, which is legendary. But I add a little mint, makes it nice and fresh. I'm gonna pull the fish out of the oven, top this puppy off, sauce it up. It's gonna be so good. I'm slathering on my cilantro sauce. I'm gonna put it onto the rice and beans. I do like to layer. So we go sauce here first, and then I'm going to bring my fish. Oh, look at that glorious fish. What? And then we top with the mango. This has had some time to percolate. I think I'm gonna go a little bit there and a little bit there. I'm gonna do a little yin yang with it. There we go. That looks really lovely. Then I'm going to top with a little bit more mint, and then a little bit more sauce. I'm gonna give it a nice drizzle like this. Oh yeah. This bowl, it was worth every chop of the evening. Okay, I just gotta go in. I just gotta go straight in for it. Oh, the crispiness, the crispy crunch. There will be no leftovers. I might eat all of it right now. There may not even be food for anyone else. It'll just, I'm gonna eat it all. Mmm. This bowl has everything. So saucy. The rice, the bean, the tropical flair. Thank you for hanging tight and chopping with me. So thankful for this bowl. So thankful for you. And have a bitchin' day.